Hi everybody, it's Dave with Salty Cat Gaming. Zach's back again to play some more games. This time it's not Hero Quest, although we've been playing a lot of it. Today's game is going to be Kings of War Armada by Mantic Games. If you haven't seen the Mantic products, they have a great fantasy world where they do mass wargaming. They also have a sci-fi product that we will hopefully dive into later. This specific game is fantasy naval combat. So we have a bunch of different ship fleets painted up, and we're planning on doing a campaign where we'll play all the scenarios in the main book and then try to explain the fleets as we play or do different narrative things with it. Today's episode, which is kind of be like episode 0, we're just going to be learning how to play. We played one test game already. We want to refresh our memory. We really liked playing it. And we're going to share this, hopefully, so that you can have another insight on how to play or what the game's like.
Or at the very least, some humorous entertainment, watching us probably not do this very well. But
right.
Maybe learn.
Yeah,
maybe.
But we're not going to be filming this as here's how to play. This is going to be like, here's us figuring out how to play, which may give you insights.
Perhaps here's how not to
play. Right, or how not to play. We might show you the worst things to do that you should avoid. So,
full speed ahead.
Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about different aspects of the game as we play it. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get to sailing.
Let's do the piracy.
The sails. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna do 200 points. So,
all right.
I can show this. Let's see if this gets in. So this is a card for Mantic Armada. I keep calling it Mantic Armada, but it's technically it's made by Mantic. It's Kings of War Armada.
Allegedly.
I hope I got that right because that's gonna be really embarrassing. But I do have a problem with names, so.
Oh, you put the flyers in here, but they don't have no covers. It's gonna get chewed up.
Oh, on my brain. I mean, I have spare covers upstairs. So this is one of the cards. This is Orc Spain, so I'm definitely taking this to fight Zac.
What?
And although I don't know if it's in. And you might hear in the background that's Pancake. He likes to sing while he plays with his soccer balls. So we have up here the points. We have, it's a medium vessel. I think that's right. Yeah, medium, small, medium, large. This is dwarfs. And then you have different guns that are on it. And I can kind of see, I don't remember what is the HLC?
HLC, where do you see
on the
that?
guns? It was a different type of dice,
oh,
right? It's heavy.
Yeah, light and
infantry or something like that, right?
Not the chain gun, right? It's something else.
Yeah,
close range?
Close range, yeah. So I think it's close, light, heavy.
Yeah.
They'll have different types of dice you roll for these. And then on the side here, you have, man, if I can remember. So it's we'll have to go up from the bottom. So this CS is the boarding action one, I believe. It's how many people are on board to fight. 50 is basically the life, the SP. Nerve is 37.
Strength.
Yeah, crew strength. Yeah.
Something like that.
But it's for boarding. Nerve is 37, so that's bad things happen to you once you take enough damage equal to nerve. And once you take all the damage equal to life, then you'll die.
When you surrender, right?
Yeah. Or sink or something. And then move, so I have 4-inch movement.
You have to go the full 4 too.
Yeah.
Because it's that sight sequence or whatever that has to play out each time. You can turn a bit, you can shoot, and you move, but you have to move the specific amounts. And even the turning is only after the move, with the exception of the littlest guy.
And then there's some ships have special rules. So you can see this is a privateer, which there will usually be a card that will indicate what that means. So, and this red arrow here, there is cards with different arrows. That's the degree it can turn. So yellow ships, they can only turn a little bit because they're really big and it takes them a long time to kind of turn. While these ships are smaller, so they can turn.
Or less nimble versus more agile, right?
Yeah. Yep.
What's the? So we figured the cannons, the guns, was heavy, light, and close range.
Yeah, I think that's right. Well, I mean, because we got to refigure out movement anyway, but I'm pretty sure because it's you move so many, you turn, you move, you turn.
Optional turn within that range. Yeah. It's if it's a yellow, you would have this. We don't have any ships out.
No, we need to pick the ships.
Put the butt end of the ship into the gauge, the template.
The stern?
Yeah.
That's true. Because they don't have a butt.
Starboard and aft.
And port.
A port. Yeah.
Starboard
Starboard right, port left.
And then the stern.
Fore and aft. Or
Fore and
stern.
aft, that's what it is.
The stern and fore and aft, but whatever. And then all ahead, full, amidships.
You're just making stuff up
Yep.
now.
Maritime stuff is like my favorite.
To make stuff up from?
Well, I mean, you don't make it up. It's just that there's like
I just
there's
love
a reason why. Just like pilots, and like maritime stuff is like there's a reason why there's actual school for it, and that you can't really like there's no faking it until you make it or whatever. You're gonna be in trouble.
You are crazy.
Let's go and you know what we should do? We can make a whole separate video series of reenacting certain moments of battle here, but at Lake Chabot. We'll get the paddle boats.
And you're gonna pretend you're an orc and roar.
Not pretend. This is real.
Oh, this is real.
Yeah, this is real. We'll get the LARP things, whatever those guys do.
The waffles
Angles.
or whatever they are. Waffles. I think.
Well, however, you like makes it look like you have like the sword from Cloud and like Final Fantasy or whatever,
Yeah,
but it's made with
waffles
foam.
or, yeah.
It's like Home Depot stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Do you have 200 yet?
I didn't even realize we were doing that yet.
Yeah. That's what did you think we were doing?
I don't know. Are we doing like boss ships, or are we doing only little ships?
These don't fit in here whenever.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I don't know. Are we doing like big ships at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing a dreadnought.
Oh my god, this is the first thing.
I mean, I like
it
to
has
see
all
how
these special rules and stuff. We're gonna have to read.
it's got mine only has one advanced construction.
Your dreadnought has like you're gonna start Minecrafting or something over there. You're gonna build things?
Oh yeah. Basically, all damage against it's reduced by 2 to a minimum of 1.
Because your little dwarfies are gonna be
You're basically
building right away.
You're basically facing a modern battleship.
How is this fair? Also, how is this train wheels session?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'll try to mimic.
I mean, we can try to think about these wooden. I mean,
Oh, now you want to change everything?
no,
You killing me, man?
Keep doing it. I'm just not going to use these wooden ship cards. They're really nice,
Oh.
but I think it might be easier for a setup not to use them.
I mean, we'll figure it out. Also, room. Cause
Yeah,
I'm
room,
trying to figure out where this is.
No, I really like those. I bought a lot.
Viable playing area. Like,
yeah.
I think it's gonna be hard to manage.
Bananage?
Bananage.
Is that one of your new words? We should publish a book of the Zac lexicon. The Zaxicon.
The Zaxicon. David, I don't know what I'm doing.
Just pick
I
some
watched
doesn't
the
matter. First.
YouTubes and tried to remember some of the stuff we did like a month ago or longer.
Yeah.
Because I don't know any of like this one's
I mean,
seemingly more simple. It has RAM and 3. I don't know what that means exactly. But
The only thing I did was like I want to play certain ships as far as like I want to have a variety of sizes.
yeah, I mean I wanted to try to get like a nice taste test too.
136.
60 plus 2 hammer fists plus 2 of the little dudes. Squad row. What are they?
Yeah,
Rebel
130. You have
Squadron?
136. You call them Rebel Squadron. Like,
What is it called?
Rabble Squadron.
Rebel.
Like,
You're getting like Star Wars.
yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Like the Oryx are like dressed
Wait,
up.
isn't
like,
that Free Guy movie? I like that because it kind of covers all the tropes of all of the video games and any of
covers
the
a lot.
source material.
Yeah.
That's Star Wars mixed with little Tolkien or some other kind of fancy, hard fantasy, deep fantasy.
Did you call it deep fantasy?
Well, yeah, isn't that like because like all this YA garbage?
I've never heard of deep fantasy.
Animorphs is fantasy.
Yeah, but
Do you put that on the same plane as like Tolkien, like world building and whatever?
But isn't one like high fantasy and one's fantasy? Or something like I've never heard of deep fantasy.
I mean, high fantasy works, I guess, but that just makes me think like pinkies up. It doesn't mean that it's like.
But isn't Tolkien kind of pinkies up? I mean,
but then he also has like Hobbiton and stuff. That's not pinkies up, is it?
could be. But I'm just saying, like when we play Blood Bowl, it's high fantasy football.
It is.
Yeah.
We're not doing flyers at all, so I'm gonna have one upgrades card, one rules card.
I mean, I think what the flyers will be is we'll introduce them during the campaign at some point, you know. But like,
I mean, I want to. I just didn't want to mess with.
Yeah, and magic. Like we definitely want magic.
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 Do you believe in magic?
All right.
We should have a name for this series. If we added snack time to this whole
Did you say
video,
snack time?
Snack time, but it can be ships and dip.
It sounded like you said something else.
Ships and dip. Did I not enunciate well enough for the purposes of this video this video recording?
Nope.
Alright, so I need 2 rabble squadron.
Even that doesn't sound like you're enunciating at all.
Rebel.
All right. So, okay. So this is the Thunder.
Oh,
I picked this one because I want to feel like what it's like to have artillery in this game.
Oh.
I got 2 Hunters, which are the smallest of the Dwarven ships. This is the Dreadnought. So this is the big Dwarven ship. I kind of want to buy a second one. We can find out 2 of these. This is the Grimstone.
Wow.
It's built on a common hull for the dwarves, so a lot of their ships are the same. I mean, like they have like 3 of them that are built in this type of class that look similar. Yeah. Do you want to tell us what ships you have? All right.
3 hammer fists. The orcs have like more vessels for the money because they are kind of like, rough and tumble.
You're lucky I have 3 hammer fists because I think I actually double bought something. I have 3 of those.
So thrice hammer. Why am I lucky?
Because you're playing the orcs.
Yeah, you wanted us to play this game, so you're lucky.
No, you're lucky because I had to pay money to accidentally buy 3 of them.
Okay.
I bought because they came out with like an initial bundle and then they came out with subsequent bundles. And I accidentally I bought one bundle too many, signed it up with some good.
So the hammer fists have like the fists, but the blood runners have these screw tip.
Yeah. I think those are actually cheaper than the other ones, right?
The hammer fists come in at 32 points, and the blood runners are both are medium, but the blood runners are 16 points apiece. So I've got 2 of those, 3 hammer fists. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way, as far as like list building here, but we're just rolling with it. And then I got a smasher, which I think this is the right model.
It probably is, but there's the big models like that have 2 different faces on the front, so I might have the wrong.
Mm.
Oh no, that one should be fine. I think it's your other one.
The cards
your really
show
really
the
big ship. That's like your fleet of the line.
Main battleship is how all 3 of the large or XL.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
that one's at 60 points though.
Yeah,
and then 2 rabble squadron.
I still hear you say Rebel Squadron.
Rabble.
Yeah, against the Empire, the
Dwarven Georgia
Empire.
Coming out.
We could do that.
Rabble?
We could do that for our campaign. It could be we could parody Star Wars, and I will be the Dwarven Empire versus the Rebels.
The Rebels.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that fits considering the orc, tendencies.
So, and then we should probably talk about so special rules wise, the Dreadnought. Like I said, it reduces damage that's hit with, and then the Thunder has.
It's just like heavily armored, I guess, right? Is that
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
The Thunder has accurate ordnance, so when it fires, it's how we did the test game before, and the ordnance, like the artillery, was just like all over the place.
Yeah, it seemed really.
It
like
only
Blood
shuffers. It only shuffers a -1 to hit versus a -2.
So like shuffle and suffer.
Yeah, it suffers and it shuffles. Shuffler.
So it's
just not as bad with its artillery.
It's more accurate. Okay.
It's more accurate. Okay. So that's the only special rules I have. I only have those 2.
Okay.
But
that's the whole indirect fire thing, right? And that's where there's like this entire.
Yeah, it's the indirect fire.
Because everything else is on the templates for range.
Yeah.
And then has the. Is this the same? There's only this one for the firing range thing? Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. I see how it is.
What?
Dave has the shinnies.
I have the ones you have to pay to upgrade to, and you have the ones
I get this nonsense. Some Fisher Price cardboard.
Before we get scepter, what were you doing?
I was kind of thinking.
This goes together.
You
Can I
have to
wave
collect
this?
the pieces. We did Nicolas Cage. There's a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
So the other special rules, so there's 4 special rules. So I have advanced engines. So basically all the dwarves fleet has engines. So, like there's a special rule of sails and you get bonus movement if you have wind and everything. But I have engines, so I think that works a little different. Dwarf ships add an additional +1 modifier to skill test to avoid being damaged or grounded by terrain. I don't know if that means I do better or worse. I guess better. And then headstrong. I get +1 modifier to do skill test. Oh, to avoid becoming damaged or grounded by terrain. I think it's because I have engines. I can like.
You're more maneuverable.
Yeah.
You're not at the whims of the wind or maybe
all the hot air in this.
Well,
room.
actually,
all ships in the Dorn fleet may reroll failed nerve tests they're required to make. The second result stands. So I'm stubborn.
So how do we set up?
Well, let's talk about some of the optional rules here real quick. Because the last time you and I played,
we didn't do full wind. I don't know why we're introducing that now.
Well, because you're full of a lot of wind.
That's true.
Okay, oars and engines. Okay. Once during the activation, ships known as having oars or engines, so that could have been undead or doors,
Okay.
can make a turn at the start of one of their move steps during an activation instead of at the end. So you know, at the end, we had to like
one of. So it's not even the first. It's that if you were like full speed, and you got 3 move steps that you can turn at the beginning of one of them
instead of at the end.
Instead of at the end. So that'd be the thing to track is that if it's not the first,
yeah,
you couldn't do a move at the end.
Only once, yeah. So scenarios.
Oh god.
Normally, we prepare the fleet, determine the scenario, place the train. Then we do the setup.
Designates where the terrain goes.
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
We roll basically d6, and the player scoring the highest now chooses which deployment zone they wish to be their own, and places one of their models wholly into the zone defined in the scenario. And then we go back and forth placing ships.
So no required order and like point value or any of that. Just you get to place one, I get to place one.
Yeah.
And whoever wants.
And then we do initial wind direction, which is only going to blow from the east or west initially.
Okay. Well, but it starts there, right?
Yeah, but then
you set up. Then before even the first activation, you like roll.
Yeah, which makes sense. It's going to be east
because
and
it
west.
doesn't change. Like not suddenly like here to here. It's like it goes 1 point. I thought is if it changes at all.
Yeah,
it
just
only
goes
go
1
like
point.
this way
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
this way.
Yeah, and they do east and west, I think, to make it like even. So like
you don't get like a huge disadvantage like right off of the bat.
Initial speed. So all ships will start the game at battle speed.
Yeah, we don't have our tokens out yet. Well,
I started getting them out, so we'll have to I got more. We'll just have to get them out here. And then duration. So play the game for the specified number of turns, and then you have the winner. So turn sequence. There's roll for wind.
Right. This is the beginning. So like
Right.
you already had the setup.
Yeah.
This is now the okay.
Initiative. So
that's the whole.
That's the line. Yeah, there's a line that goes across from the wind side.
I gotta go in my storage.
Oh, I have one of those with my War Machine stuff. I'll let me pull out. And then like whatever that wind hits first goes.
Right.
And then
so it's not like ship price or pilot skill is like the thing in X-Wing, or at least in 1.0, but it's literally like if the wind originates there, and we had like this arrangement of ships, just these 3 I'm talking about, it'd be literally like this one activates because the wind hit it first, then this, then that.
Right.
Okay.
Then it's activation. So activates you move, you shoot, and then boarding actions.
And can't you move shoot? Like if you had full speed, don't you get 3?
Okay, so movement. Let's just cover it here in order real quick. So you declare the speed of the ship. So you move the number of times indicated by the speed move steps. At each of the move steps, a ship may make, at the end of each move step, a ship may make a single turn.
You can only turn once per move sequence.
Yeah.
It's just that if you have engines or oars, you get to optionally do it at the beginning of the move sequence, where otherwise you always do a turn choice.
Right.
The turn itself is taking place at the end of the move sequence.
And then...
which is designated by the speed thing.
Yeah.
Like, anchored, you don't do any at all.
Yeah.
State, what's the S one? Standby, steady. Then battle speed, steady speed, then battle speed, then full speed.
Anchored, steady, battle.
Anchored, steady,
and then
battle, full.
Yeah.
So 1 move cycle, 2, 3 move cycle.
And those are how the turns work. You put this to the back, and then it just goes like that.
But anywhere within that range.
But anywhere within that range,
okay.
Yeah. And then at the end of each move step, after turning, a ship may shoot with some or all its weapons. So if you move in such a way that you can see something, you can shoot. But whatever guns you use then, you can't use during the shooting.
Right, because that's the thing we saw with our little first training wheels thing is like, if like, say this hammer fist has the 2L, 2C on either the starboard and port, I don't know if we're going to commit to this, on either side, the 2L, 2C, that means it has 2 shots? Well, that's the 2. Okay, so but if I shot 2 long range, that's done. At any point, like even if it's full speed, it's like I got my one shot off, but then only.
So yeah, you basically get as you're moving, you get a chance to shoot if you want, or you shoot everything at the end. So you basically it's just like you got your guns loaded at the beginning of the turn. Anytime during the movement, during the steps, you can shoot, and at the very end, when you're no longer moving,
because there's also that whole fire as she bears or whatever it's called, which would be that it's like even if you're in the middle of your move sequence, if this has weapons ready. Like weapons at the ready, it could choose fire at she bears. Like if this was to all of a sudden become here, like I'm doing it with the wrong kind of example here, but like you're in the middle of your move steps over here. This could be a fire as she bears thing, but there's like a penalty.
Yes. So basically, if another ship, if it's not your turn, but another ship is moving through your arc, you can preemptively fire. And then, but you don't get to your next turn. Those guns don't get to fire.
Well, any turn, right? Like any activation, the guns are only reloaded upon the start of a new turn. I guess is the way to think of it, right? So, like if you expend whatever weaponry at any point in that turn, those guns are spent. Like there isn't a reload until the next turn begins.
So basically, you put a fired marker, which we were only using. Yeah, so it gets removed at the end phase. So should we just set up and kind of like play through?
I think maybe so.
Okay, so we do need. So the specific scenario, we're playing scenario 1 from the book because it doesn't really have anything. It's good intro. It's an 8-round game.
Allegedly, who's winning? Like, how do you win?
And then the setup, this victory conditions. You just total up the points value, including upgrades of opponent ships that have been destroyed or surrendered to get their final score.
Okay. So a little bit like X-Wing from what I know. Like
and you set up within 6 inches of the back.
From the
and
side.
12 inches from. So actually, if these might be this might be 12.
I bet so.
Well,
no, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it's 11.
Come on, Art.
I'm Mr. Wargamer.
Yeah, I like checkers board, chessboard. Nothing wrong with that.
So are we gonna play train this time? Did you want to put some of these in the middle?
What's the scenario? You're Mr.
The scenario doesn't have any.
Oh,
but did you want to just? But did you just want to put like 2 of them so we know what it's like to sail around?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, I think it'll be good for us, right? Like, so we're just gonna put 2.
The way you offer up things that are good for us.
All right, roll a d6.
What the hell terrain did you pick, anyways? Wait, is this intentional or is this just accidental?
No, that's accidental.
Okay, so this just we have like there's always funny names for like geographical things. So what is this? What are we? We're going to battle. The orcs and the dwarves are meeting. The rebels and the empire.
It could be the Twin Rocks.
The twins. Twin Peaks. I'm gonna get a trademark. Down on that one.
Yeah. Okay, so roll the d6.
Pokies.
Roll the d6.
These are the pokies.
1 to 3.
We're gonna fight in
4
the
to 6.
pokies. Why do I have to do it? I'm busy creating over here. Been an hour.
All right, so the wind's over there.
How do you know?
I just said 1 to 3, 4 to 6.
Oh, okay. People hope are paying better attention than I am.
So all our ships start at battle speed. Okay, so then for setup, we each roll a d6.
Do you get a chance to change that right off the bat, or they're just going to start as battle speed?
Unless specified, all ships start at battle speed.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, because like a dreadnought or something might. Has a voice crack. That's so strange. Dreadnought.
You're going through a second puberty. You got your d6.
He gets a big 40. And that's what happens.
All right, so you get to place the first ship.
Oh no, I just really shipped my pants. Remember that we're playing on the day of the Super Bowl, so a lot of like past.
This is the Super Bowl, in case you've never seen it before. This is.
Well, maybe there's like a giant whirlpool in the middle. It's the superb bowl that we're gonna battle in. Never mind. We need whirlpool mechanics for the game. No. Always destroy my creations.
Round one. We roll to see what happens. No, we don't roll for the win for the first turn.
You don't?
No. I roll for the win from turn 2 onwards. Then we roll.
Oh.
So then it's initiative. So I actually,
Seriously?
the wind's coming from here.
That's
so
within
it's
12
gonna hit.
inches?
Yeah, because 12 inches is right here.
Allegedly.
So my ship goes first, because Zac didn't plan this out right. And then movement again. So to go over movement.
What if I wanted you to go first?
Okay, so that ship is the Thunder? No, yeah.
Everybody's at battle speed too, right? Should we
Yeah,
mark
everyone's-
that, or you don't get to change it this first turn, or you do get to change it this first turn?
Uh,
I don't think you go. I guess you change it at the.
when a ship is activated before any movement, declare which speed setting for the turn. So you can maintain or you increase your difficulty. And so this is actually the Thunder, and so I have one indirect weapon, which that means it has 22 inches.
You got 22 inches of nothing. What are you worried about?
Well, I was
You're gonna
curious
shoot at those islands, practice.
I was curious if I was gonna if I wanted to down the speed or if I want to keep up the speed. All right, so this is battle speed right now.
It's
Do I
like
want to
Bikini Atoll over here. You're trying to practice on the islands.
just fire at it?
And you could from orbit.
I think I'm gonna go down to what was the one below battle speed?
Steady.
Steady. So
You don't want to go very far. Oh, you're trying to keep your little blaster. And
master
then I started
blaster.
blasting.
My master blaster. Okay, so
That's
4 inches. And I could turn now. The Thunder has red. Actually, I am going to turn
wow. Hacks.
now.
Ooh, you bumped the other one. I saw it.
You bump the other one.
Probably will do a lot of bumping.
I'm going to just do. No, it's fine. I want to go. All right, so 4 inches.
You can turn
Yeah.
now. What
Yeah.
you can turn.
Well, I could turn at the end. I guess at the end and the beginning, so I could turn twice.
Well, you know what? We should make templates that have
And then,
like more minimalist templates so they fit in with amongst the other ships better. What do you think?
okay.
Really? Really? So you're at steady. You just did one move.
Steady's 2 moves. Battle.
Steady is one. Anchor, steady, battle, full.
I guess I did battle because I did 2.
Are you gonna go ahead and edit your little
Yeah.
oopsie daisy?
I mean, I could. Yeah.
I'm only giving it to you because I want some oopsie daisies too over here.
I'm not getting oopsie daisies.
I know that's
All right,
also
so,
Jake's rules.
I think.
Rules for thee, not
So
for me.
let me ask you there, Mr. Complainer. Is this ship the next one to move, or is yours?
I think yours. By a hair.
I think go 5 inches.
What?
A little faster.
This is hacks.
Yeah, we just want to keep.
Is he going battle speed or did you adjust speed?
No, he went battle because he went 2. All right, and now you're because
His first hammer fist.
Let me just make sure.
And it might go back to yours too.
Let's just make sure.
Yeah, it would be yours because if you look at okay, we're also trusting the art of this mat.
Yeah.
Yours would technically fall first, I think, because it's base. So yours is like on that 1 point or whatever. So mine, and then yours, then this one.
And then you'll have a bunch move, and then I'll have my last
So my guys are so like, I mean, this is everybody. I don't know anything about this game. I kind of have like the general gist of things. So orcs kind of always seem, but in this game also seem like they're just like like their whole thing is.
So you're saying they're stereotyped?
Typecast?
Oh.
Oh. Anyhow, I don't know. Is there actors in this? Anyhow, it seems like they're gonna charge.
Your guys are very melee focused. I think they want to get up in your grill.
So I kind of.
I mean, look at that. You have like swinging arms. Like who has that on a ship?
Works.
Yeah. So I think you had to put those swinging arms to use. Because otherwise you're just doing calisthenics.
If like the released fleets this year is the Chaos Dwarves.
Yeah.
The orcs are just orcs.
No, there's Chaos Orcs now too.
That's coming too, or something. Or?
I don't know. They have them in Kings of War.
Oh, okay.
but they don't have them in
inevitably,
Mantic. There's not a fleet yet. But yeah, there is like a kiosk.
Thanks, Mantic.
Like Rift Forge.
So what are they then? They're
So-
like the demon.
They're basically, there's just like, I don't know all the fluff for
Wait,
Mantic.
did you have cards up your sleeve or something? What
No,
was that?
It's a rule book. I need I need to bring over one of these small tables and keep it like beside your small chairs. But I don't know all the stuff for Mantic yet, but I know there's like this rift that to hell or something like that, and so like it's corrupted for races.
Alright, so hold on. I'll make sure I have all my templates. I have the
Tentacles.
Templates. I'm actually gonna set him. This is H, Hammer Fist H. I'm gonna set him to full speed. I don't know if I should use number designations or letter abbreviations. You care?
Whatever makes sense as long as you're consistent.
Not a lot makes sense and I'm never
For Zacs.
consistent, so.
Zacs?
So we're gonna do 5 hinges. But then he gets to turn.
Mm.
And he's doing full. And he's red to turn, so he goes right on his butt. And he's gonna, because they really want to just like, whoa,
Whoa!
that's like,
Whoa!
yeah, kind of. I didn't
Yeah,
want to like go too
I wasn't-
GW with it,
Yeah.
definitely orky,
Yeah.
the orkies. So he turned. He's got to go another 5.
Is it a train?
No, but he's got some kind of mechanism that spins the fist. So I just
And it's just like,
requires sound.
Wouldn't it be like,
What does a sailboat sound like?
Wouldn't it be like, because it's the arms going around, right? Like it'd be like whoosh.
Yeah, but what's powering that?
It could be the orcs inside, just like with
Yeah,
the
so
crank.
there's like a turnstile and a cap. What is it? Cap.
Did you
stand.
go up to full speed?
Yes.
Well,
Are you doubting my counts already?
I was just curious. You're getting off.
We haven't had that many adult
So-
beverages yet.
So now, hold on here. So you definitely moved within range of this. So
Are you doing fire ocean bears?
I
You only
kinda-
have one weapon, right?
I only have one weapon in that front arc, yeah. But like,
That thing has other. Oh, I see little modeled parts.
yeah, it has in front. It has that indirect weapon.
Okay.
So I mean, I guess I can just fire now. But then if I fire now, yeah, because I'll be able to fire next turn.
JG Wentworth fire now.
Yeah.
Call us today.
So let's just do it like this.
Do
See
you
how it
need
goes. So
fire now?
I put one of these on it because it's going to indicate I'm firing indirectly, so we know it's already fired.
Okay.
Um,
And then how do we do that?
let me look how. I don't remember how the indirect weapons work. Like I remember it being very difficult to hit. So indirect weapons, 22-inch damage is D6. Okay, so I choose target, measure range. Oh yeah, because isn't there like a minimum, medium?
There's your tape measure by the camera. Careful. Don't be bumping everything. These games. That's Dave cheats. All the bumps.
So
Intentional.
you're what, like 13 inches? Yeah, a little less than 13.
12 to 13. Somewhere in there, right?
Yeah. Okay, and then so I just have one die I think to roll to hit you.
Okay. What color?
It's green for indirect.
Okay. Oh, always indirect. Okay.
Yeah, so damage.
I don't have
Shooting modifiers. So indirect weapons are normally -2, but I'm a -1 because I'm a dwarf. How big are you target size wise? You're large,
Fists are
right?
medium. I don't have any. I have the smasher is the only large.
Okay. You're moving full speed though, right?
Yes,
So that's -1.
because it's like hard to hit because he's going fast, right?
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby.
Point blank is the only measure range that matters. Oh, 10 inches, over 10 inches, but does not count for indirect. So
Wow.
I'm -2. If it's over 10 inches for weapons, it's -1 range,
Okay.
but not for indirect.
Okay.
So I'm -2 because I'm an indirect weapon, I'm a dwarf indirect weapon, and you're going so fast.
Okay. So
Um,
fast.
all right, and then 6 plus is normally a hit, so I need 8s.
Okay.
So I might as well fire. Critical. So I rolled a 10. Even the camera saw it. I rolled a 10. Natural 10s are successes that also cause a crippling hit.
Okay.
So how much damage? I do D6 damage. So I'm gonna do 5 damage plus a crippling hit, which is a 2d6 roll. So let me do that. 7. Minor structural damage. The ship takes an additional D3 plus 1. So you're going to take additional 4. Yeah, so 9 points of damage.
So that Hammerfest F has -9 wounds? Or what? How is it?
How are you set?
It has 9 wounds of 38 for SP, 28 for NV.
Wait.
Is that right? Are we doing
Yeah.
this right?
Yes.
What happened? I thought there was like a thing where you had to measure. Maybe that.
If it's within 3 inches, it's point blank range, so you get a lot better to hit.
Even
If it's
for
more
indirect?
well, not for indirect. And if it's more than 10 inches for anything but indirect, then it gets harder to hit.
Oh, okay. I thought indirect had something where we measured where there was like
I think if I miss,
directionality to it.
if
or
I
something.
miss, then it goes.
Oh, it could hit other stuff, including
Yes.
friendlies. Or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. If it misses, we use the direction of the pointy end to indicate where off of here where it went.
Yeah.
Shall we? Also, indirect weapons have a greater chance of causing critical hits.
But wait a minute, you needed an 8 up and you got a 10?
Yeah, but
That's where the direction.
indirect actually causes a 9 or a 10. Indirect weapons, so normally a 10, I needed an 8 to hit you.
Oh, a crit would be a 9 or a 10?
On an indirect, it's a 9 or a 10.
Okay.
It's usually just a 10, but indirect's because I guess you're lobbing it.
Well, it's a big old thing as
Yeah.
opposed to like a smaller shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
So that was
Keep going.
fire as she bears, though, for you with
Yeah.
your indirect attack.
Yeah.
Because I can still move as part of this
Yes,
last
yep,
move
yep.
cycle for me. Because I have a long, like 1L on the forward, that the front of that ship.
Okay.
So light weapons is in range if it's 14, but it gets a modifier of a -1 for over 10 inches. How do I know what hits?
So a hit is always 6 or higher. So under shooting, it says 6 plus is a
Okay,
hit.
so an L is like what kind of die? Red.
Red. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So it only matters if you're rolling a bunch of the same ones together.
I'm just trying to do it right.
So you're -1 for range. You're -1 because you're at full speed.
I get a speed thing. Oh no.
Yeah, under
Shooting
speed.
ship is okay.
Shooting ship's at
But
full.
yours,
That's
yours
-2.
is not that.
I'm not. And then target size, I am small.
So I get a normal firing because I'm not doing as she bears.
Right.
Because it's
But
at the end of my move sequence.
Over 10 inches.
Yeah, over 10 inches.
You're
'cause we're at
going
like
really
12 or
fast
13.
and firing at a small target. So you
So
actually need a 9.
6 up would be normal.
But 9 now.
Now you need a 9 or a 10 because of the
Right.
range. We're not doing the crew veteran thing.
No, because we have regular crew. So it's veteran, regular, and experienced. And regular has no modifier on shooting.
Oh. Wow, how does inexperience come into it if that's eventually?
When we do the campaign and we create our own fleets, you
Yeah,
can get
buy
points.
back.
You can get points, I think, if you do an experience back to do spend our stuff.
Oh, so like it'd be like this ship normally costs 32, but it's got an experienced cruise 28 or something. Okay, all right. One light cannon, so 1 red die.
Mhm.
Normally a 6 up, now 9 up because of range, speed, and target size.
Yep.
Here we go. Watch me not get nothing.
So you roll a
I
9.
got a 9.
So you hit. So you do 1
Whoa.
pointed,
1 big old damage.
1 damage to the thunder, right?
Sure.
I can go.
I guess.
Um,
Very profound.
3 inches.
Is it a yellow ship?
Yeah. I kind of have to start. I keep hitting on this bearing just because of the.
It literally only does 3?
Yeah.
Is this considered a dreadnought?
Yeah.
Of course, Dave. The very first game that we play, Dave's got to have a dreadnought.
It does have some cannons in the front, but I'm not positive.
What the hell are you going to shoot at? Nixie's like...
Yeah, she's trying to swat at me. Wants attention.
Yeah,
15 inches, but I don't know what's the
light range is 14, but heavy...
I
light
just-
cannons, but heavy was a little bit
20.
farther.
So heavy's 20.
Dime?
Did you say 9?
It's a dime.
I have in the front. I have 1 heavy.
When the ship shoots, follow the procedure below. Choose targets, measure range, determine dice, roll to hit, apply damage. Natural 1s or misses. 6 plus is a hit. Natural 10s is a success. Our successful hits also cause a critical.
Yeah, you're definitely within mine. So, all right, well, let's just shoot at you.
What?
I got a heavy.
Wait, I'm partially visible though. If I'm in there at all, I'm only partial, sir. What is this? Like that, at best. Your eyeballs are not square to your head.
My eyeballs aren't the best. That is true.
They've even done tune-ups.
Because that's
Why don't you get like a paid partnership thing for LASIK? Or whatever all else you had done. What did you get? You got.
I had laser gain cataracts.
Yeah, that one. The youngest person ever to get new lens balls put in.
So -1 for partial visible.
Yeah. Make sure you get all the minuses on.
-1 for your speed going so fast.
Yeah.
And -1 for the
target size? I'm medium, so there should be no penalty there.
No, but you are over 10 inches. So I need it's -3, so I need a 9.
9 up.
Yeah. Critical.
What in the sweet baby Kings of War Jeebus is happening in here?
So let's see what the critical
How do you
is.
get 2 shots and 2 10s, 2 crits in 2?
So it's just additional D3 plus 1 damage. A heavy does 2 damage, so it's going to do 2 plus 2, so 4 points of damage.
My orc plan is not working out.
You got a bunch more ships.
All right. So he's also going full speed ahead. It says Hammersmith, not
Hammersmith.
Hammer Fist.
Oh.
Hammer Fist G is going speed 3, full speed. He is going to burn, not rubber, because they're on water. I guess they tar rubber. They could be burning rubber stuff, but it has nothing.
Sometimes I don't even know if you're talking to me anymore.
I'm not. I'm talking to myself or no one at all. So he can turn, so he's activated as well. He's a red ship. All I really want to do is match that turning angle. Good enough, I guess. Alright. The next 5 inches. I don't think he wants to turn anymore, so I'm just going to go the last 5 inches for his full speed ahead, Captain. That. And then that should be within 14, but over 10, right? Oh, I have to mark. It's unlikely that you advance fast enough to matter for
Yeah, it's over 10, but it's within 14.
Easy. Oh my gosh.
For this one, right?
Now you're not even bumping yours to cheat, you're bumping mine.
Which one? This one? I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, just to make sure it's like holy and arc and all that. Because
I mean, I think...
Oh god, this whole marker thing.
I mean, they're both within arc. I mean, like...
Yeah.
I mean, you could do this one, but, I mean, it's like 14 inches right here, so, like, you have range.
Yeah. Then neither of them gets anything under the 10. So, I guess shoot the 20 point... I mean, I'm just going after points.
Okay. So, it's
Dangers.
should be the same thing again, where you need a...
Yeah, I'm
9.
going to shoot the one light cannon that's at the front of these dealios. This guy's activated. I'm marking that and putting those two. Everybody gets a cookie. Right. And then 1 red die. Same modifiers, right? Because it's still same. 3, so he misses this time. So like some smoke and fire and a splash.
But remember, he can move however he wants, like turning wise. I think those old ones can turn however they want, right?
What is the rule on the tiny ships?
It has no set speed and instead may move forward any distance up to its full movement value in a single move step, turning twice on its center point to face any direction at any point during its movement.
It doesn't have a move speed?
It can just move up to, basically, what's its movement? 7 inches?
Yeah.
So it just moves up to its full movement value in a single step, turning twice at any point.
But then how much they can do it still full speed?
There's no speed, I guess, on them.
Well, then that moves less than these other ships. Hammer Fist can go 15 inches. This can only do 7.
Yeah, it has no set speed and instead may move forward any distance up to its full movement value in a single move step.
Any amount.
Yeah.
What the hell? And it can turn at the beginning and at the end?
Any point in its movement step.
Oh.
So it's much more maneuverable. It's not as
move
fast.
Like 4 inches, turn, move the last 3 inches,
and then turn again. Because you can move it twice during your time. So they're very maneuverable, but they're not quite as fast as these ships.
The setup, I should have known from X-Wing past, but they should have almost been like in the front and intentionally slowed the others down. But man, you only have 8 turns to do all your business here. And the orcs are very like, oh, I gotta get in there. That's a technical term, by the way.
Raking fire. A raking fire is only if a ship is shooting broadside.
Okay, so that straight out the side battery of cannon that you were talking about.
Bow and wait a minute. So
here, well, I can't do it with another.
Here,
this is a ship that doesn't matter. So it'd be like if this shot that you were measuring up.
No, there is front.
Like this, right?
Yeah.
It's only broadside, or it doesn't matter
if a ship is shooting broadside, it can fire down the length of the target at the correct angle through its.
Like the full length of the ship, right? So like this would be like the bow rake, and then if you reverse this, it'd be the stern rake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if it's really close,
it's almost because there's damage from stern is doubled, while damage from bow is an additional 1.
And it goes even worse if it's the close range.
And it doesn't count well. So like you, I would have been. Oh, it doesn't matter because it's only on broadside.
Right. Yeah. And then you have to account for the whole close range or not thing.
Yeah, broadsides are where it's at.
Jeepers. Okay.
So a ship like this is huge because this band is so enormous.
Oh, okay.
I move this, my last ship.
So we really should. I'll dig mine out too. I looked at least one, maybe a couple of those laser lines.
Okay, this is my last ship. So you have.
So you did your. Battle,
I moved this one. I'm
battle speed move twice thing on that, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwarven ships are not fast.
I see that now. You can hit friendlies, like that's the bad thing. Evading and colliding.
Is not the last move step in a ship's activation. Ensure its forward movement in the next move step will not result in a potential collision. If this would result in a potential collision, alter the ship's turn to avoid this as much as legally permitted.
What?
It basically says if you're moving, if your intent is not to collide, you should just move it as much as possible.
Oh, okay.
To not hit it.
Okay.
The turn, basically.
So then I can turn.
If it's not the last move step in the ship's activation.
No, because it would be battle speed.
Right. So it's basically giving you a little benefit of the doubt that your ships will be able to coordinate. So like it says here that basically you'd move it a bit more.
So I shouldn't have dropped it to or should I just left it at battle speed?
You can. I mean, I guess, you should leave it at battle speed. Right, so it's not.
So we'll undo that part because otherwise technically that would be the last move step, but I didn't know any of this other stuff. Okay. Ink. That's the good stuff. So we're just going to say it's Well, so if I get to continue moving, like I can continue moving after turning away from the friendly. Okay. Well, so then I'm just gonna say it's full speed then. So now I move 3 inches of my 4 essentially. So now I make my turn, and then just continue on. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay. So it's more like the collision is where you can't control the other ship,
or you want to collide, like a ram.
That's why I need to read this. I need to get me a book. Everybody like and subscribe so I can get me a book. All right, so there's my first turn of move step 1 of full speed. So now he's going to go his next fur inches because he's able to do fur.
That turn's done. So then we remove the firing. Then we start over. We roll for the wind. Okay, roll me a 2d6 for the wind.
Why do I gotta do everything? Golly. You give me a chair, you don't even let me use it. 2d6. That's a 6, 7, I guess?
No,
That's a 6, yeah?
we're going to use expanded, so no change in wind direction this turn.
That's this, yeah, 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we look real quickly at what the RAM business is? I need to know what I'm meant to do with that to be able to like do anything with it.
It just says Zacs cannot ram.
I mean, you give me the faction that seems to be their main jams, and then you say I can't be doing the Rams. That's another title, episode title for like our future campaigning business, the Ram Jams, Rams Jams.
All right, collisions. Okay, so we both still make an evade test. It's just like
for ramming.
Yeah, because it's a
not
collision.
A special rules thing.
No. Well, you might have a special.
Oh, I do. Orc fleet rules. Ram. Now. During its activation, this ship may deliberately attempt a collision with an enemy ship and will always fail its skill test to evade when doing so.
Okay, so that means I roll an evade.
The target ship may attempt to evade, but without the normal +1 modifier. Add N. Oh, N as in variable placeholder, not noun. I just thought it was saying it's ram as in the noun. Yep. That doesn't even make sense.
Dictionary.Zac.
Ram as a noun would be a freaking goat. Sheep, whatever. Zactionary.
Zactionary.
Dictionary spelled differently. Add N to the amount of damage the orc ship inflicts for any resulting collision. For example, Ram 2 adds +2 damage. In addition, after any collision and before completing any more movement, if no collision, this ship may immediately attempt a grapple and a boarding action this turn against the ship it collided with. Its activation is then over. What the effing F is the grapple business?
There's a whole grappling. That means we're side to side. Remember, it snaps together.
Well, but not just side to side, right? Because it's anything within 3 inches, I guess.
That's where you can have boarding actions. It's part of boarding actions.
Well, but that's what I need to know. What you're telling me to play this faction?
Okay, so after you completed all its movement shootings and engage in boarding action, to initiate, the target ship must first be grappled. So you're saying what you're reading is that if you collide with me, we become grappled, or
that they can. If you do the ram first,
okay,
it says so. Like add N to the amount of damage the orc ship inflicts for any resulting collision. For example, Ram 2 adds +2 damage. In addition, after any collision and before completing any more movement, if no collision, this ship may immediately attempt to grapple, or a grapple, and a boarding action this turn against the ship it collided with. Its activation is then over. So it's like,
yeah,
you don't shoot.
You basically, if you would ram the small one, you'd ram it, And then if you successfully grapple, that's when we snap them side to side.
Right.
Because
Within the 3 inches. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yep. And then
what's
we're
the
fighting.
other thing for our hammers or whatever is the pulling in. What is it?
Piling in.
Piling in.
I like pulling in, jumping into the pool. You can take these off, right?
What did you do? Oh my god! Oh, yeah, I guess I can. Nobody gets a cookie yet. They're about to, though. But I needed to know about this random grapple business. I like how you're like, don't worry about that. Because you're like, you get engines, you're only doing the shooting, you don't got nothing, you got like fewer ships.
We'll work it out.
God.
We'll work it out.
Thing don't
I need to make a skill. I think it's a skill test.
But with modifiers, though, right?
Yes. So
I fail by default because the intent is to glide the ram. Target ship may attempt to evade, but without the normal +1.
right.
Okay.
But
This is a ram 2 ship, so it'd be like 2 damage plus 2 damage.
how big of a ship are you? You're not.
Medium.
You're medium. I'm small, so it's not big enough. So basically, I just need to roll a 5 up. There's no modifiers, right?
Without the plus. So I fail the skill test by default because it's intentional. The target ship may attempt to evade, but without the normal +1 modifier.
Yeah. So I have to roll 5 up to evade. So I did.
Okay.
Okay. So you strike me.
The ram is successful.
Yeah. So both ships start with a D10. So we each grab a D10 because we're gonna roll for damage.
Oh.
If I am smaller than you, it adds a 1d10 for each size smaller than the other. So I add an additional d10 to me. Both ships now roll their dice. The result is the damage, and you add +2 to my roll, right?
Yes, ram adds
Wait.
+2 damage.
But you're at full speed, right?
Yes.
So I actually had 5 more. So I had 7.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing that in this bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, both ships start with 1d.
Okay.
+1d. Each side's difference. +5. Add 5 to the damage, rather.
Yeah. So I had 7. I rolled 2d10 and
Terrain
had
is
7. You rolled just a d10. So, geez, 14, 23 points. That's,
2.
jeez.
Yeah, go ahead and have all your fun with your little shooty shoots over here.
You sunk me.
What? For serious?
Yeah, I only have 15 life.
Dang, so this twirling fists of fistingness just fisted your little small ship clear off of the Twin Peaks. What are we calling this place again?
Yeah, if she was so it's
So you had to roll 2?
yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Because there's a size difference.
You rolled 16
Yeah, +7. So
+7. Oh, because of the 2 ram and then the +5 at full speed. Dang. Well, see, I thought that I needed to know about ramming playing this faction.
okay, so your speed goes down by 1.
Oh, you know what? I just realized.
Yeah.
This makes a lot of sense. This faction is going to be the those guys and others, if they're similarly built but just sails instead of engines or whatever, might be that you don't set up straight on at all. I remember in X-Wing there was lists that I would build, but with the express purpose of like, I'm not going that way at all to start. I'm going to do like stuff like this, you know, like toilet bullet or whatever, because it's like you get target rich environment in the middle or something.
So this sinks.
So it just sinks.
And you go down, you get knocked down 1 speed.
Okay, it's the hammer fist H. I licked the wrong finger and wow, this is personal. So he goes down to battle, right?
What?
Ketamine? What? Ketamine?
Cadmium?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so then, and then your next one goes.
Because that's done.
Yeah. what's going to happen is I'm going to move. Let me see here. So if I move 4.
No.
Oh,
Salty Cat Gaming, everybody.
yeah. The only thing is, I don't know if you're completely.
Should we have salt? We just salt. You do 3 inches? Or what's your
Yeah, but I think I did this wrong because for my it is 3 movement. I should have turned because I think that changes my angle.
Well, you went 4 anyways.
Yeah, but I think I'm within yours,
Yeah.
but you're not within. Well, you're still within my broadside, but you're not in the.
Wholly within.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Love when the game text, the rule text has wholly. That's
Let me see. Because I think now you're just.
There's probably.
I can't do raking. Well, I don't know if it matters anyway. I can't do raking fire. Well, no, it wouldn't matter anyway. We can't do raking
We're just
fire.
broadside to broadside.
Yeah.
You win
So
the rate, but you get a
so
partial.
I'll fire and then you'll do a snap fire.
You get a partial. I just
Yeah.
So you just get a
-1, but you're also we're within 3 inches of each other.
Okay. Oh.
So it's just gonna be 6 ups. I have all right. So let me see here. I'm gonna yell at dice. I have 4 heavies, so we'll need to roll an additional 1 of these. I have 4 lights and 2 close.
Need extra dice.
Yeah. So and we don't have any more. Yeah, I'll do the green. The green can be a blue. So and then is any of these easier?
So you're saying that the partially visible or whatever the thing is because I'm slightly out of arc.
Yeah.
Is the countering the close range thing?
Yeah,
So that's
for
why
me.
it's just 6 ups.
Yeah.
Okay. So for all these shots, it's just 6 ups, and then you apply the damage table. That's all.
Right.
Okay.
Um.
We'll start with heavies. That's 2 points worth.
Only one missed.
Okay.
So you want to do heavies first?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And I did get a critical with heavies. So yeah, that's
Well, so
fine.
blue is
These are all heavies.
okay.
So that is
2 points each.
so that's
and then
8 damage.
What's the crit?
The crit is additional 2d6 plus 2. Wait a minute. D6 plus 2. So additional 4. So this is 12 points of damage
On the
there.
heavies. Okay.
Then the reds, 3 reds, that's 1 point apiece, so that's 15.
Did you have enough red? There was one I thought you were still short on a type of die.
Oh, I'm short on reds as well.
Okay.
Oops. That misses, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So that's 15, and then 1 close, which is
15
3.
total.
Yeah, so plus 3, so 18.
18 damage to which one is this?
The one I had already hit, so...
What is it? The G? Do you see the little logo on the...
There's no logo here.
I put it on the...
Oh, it's G.
Okay, so 18?
Yeah.
It has 23... Oh, I think it might...
It had 23 on it.
Yeah, so it has 23 on it.
So you're not
The
40.
nerve is 28, but the SP is 38, so...
So I sunk you. Yeah, it won't matter. So you'll get a snap fire.
No. Well, so wait, does that matter? Because like in other games...
Oh, the order matters.
Yeah, because
so,
like I wouldn't have got a chance if I don't survive it at all.
All right, so let me...
You should get firing priority just because you've activated your ship. I guess, right? Does fire she better say anything about as soon as it's in arc or any of that kind of crap? I don't have the book. Everybody, send me a book. Salty Cat Gaming, like and subscribe.
Oh, it happens after I resolve any of my shooting.
Okay.
So resolving means...
The results of the shots, right?
Yeah.
So like I got vaporized before I even got
Right.
to the fire she
Yeah.
bears.
Yep. So basically you collided with me. I like moved this way and just... Yeah.
So there's all these like there's a red mist of orc gore.
Yeah.
Flown in the air, flown in there.
But I have 1 more movement.
Oh, you went full speed?
Yeah, I upped my speed back to 2, so I'm battle speed.
Oh, you went back. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you were at steady speed and then went
Yeah.
to battle. Okay.
Yeah.